Wes, how did they gain momentum there early in that fourth quarter?
I think a lot of it was the offensive rebounding, and that essentially I think was the difference. I think 16 for 27 points for the game, but 6 for 10 in that quarter. So that really makes it tough. We shot 50% from the field. We just couldn't get enough stops. Being able to finish those possessions is huge.
How do you evaluate Jordan's performance tonight?
Well, I thought it was positive. He's been struggling a little bit from the field. Was able to play downhill, play through some contact. Didn't get the benefit of the whistle, but I thought just that level of aggression. I think it's probably a good thing for him to see that ball go in. And I think that'll start to open it up for us.
Wes, Giannis has been on a scoring tear kind of the last few games. He was super efficient tonight. Can you evaluate your defense on him?
Well, he got some easy ones early, and I think when you allow a guy like that, that caliber to get going, he's a tough out anyway. The way he plays downhill, plays in the paint, the force at which he plays with, it's just hard to guard. So being able to wall him off early, minimize some of the easy ones he got in the first quarter, I think would help. But to your point, he's been playing at such a high level. I don't know if he'll put that fire out. Do you want to try and minimize, the easy ones?
That third quarter, there was a really exciting stretch there that Kuz kind of capped with the three that tied it. What did you see that your guys were doing right?
Well, some of it we got some stops and we were able to run. Our tempo was good. I think we were spaced correctly, playing out of early pick and rolls. I think kept them on their heels. So that's really positive. I thought Kuz was really good. Well balanced game, good floor game. Helped facilitate a lot of offense for us. So that's a good sign.
Coach, can I get some comments on the thoughts of leaving Tyus on the bench in the fourth quarter?
Yeah, I was talking to Tyus throughout that stretch, and I thought he was terrific. The point was I wanted a little bit more size to, keep on Dame, to handle Giannis, and hopefully, help us rebound. Didn't quite get the benefit of that, but I think he understands the rationale. I thought he was great early in the game, getting downhill, playing out of pick and rolls. But I just want to try and keep a little bit more size with the matchups.
And then I know probably get asked this every night about Bilal, but more star power coming in off the road. How do you feel like he's grown just in the short part of the season against that kind of competition?
Yeah, I think it's a test for him nightly, just to be exposed to certain matchups, to have an opportunity to guard marquee players in this league. A little bit of trial by fire, but that's the only way to get through it. That's the only way to figure it out. And I think it's going to expedite his maturation, as we go through the season.
What do you think occurred that enabled the Bucks to take over that game?
We got some stops. I think they had some turnovers. We hit some shots. So, that's why it's probably wasn't a blowout. So,
What was the collective effort trying to defend Giannis like tonight?
not good enough. Somebody almost have a 40-point triple-double. He's one of the greatest players of all time, but still wasn't good enough. So,
What's kind of the mood in the locker room after a stretch like this where there's been good effort and you guys were within striking distance of several games, but then saw these the competitiveness slip away?
Yeah, there's some things that we can't control, but I think the group is fine. The group is good. We're holding it together. There's nobody down and out. We're rallying behind teammates, and it's a long season,
What was working well for you tonight offensively? You set a career high with 13 assists.
Two things. How teams been guarding me. They really been putting bodies on me so that it's tougher to get looks. But I just kind of made an emphasis today on looking for my teammates and trying to make them feel good. I think we've been in a rough stretch, and I think our effort was a lot better because offensively, we moved the ball. The ball moved. and just going out there trying to show everybody, like, if I'm moving the ball, everybody has to move the ball. So, I mean, in that aspect, it was good. I mean, we scored 120-plus points. It's amazing, but still got room to grow defensively. And, we need to, because, we actually had a chance to win. So,
what did you think of Bilal's defense tonight, especially picking up Dame 94 feet from the hoop? And then bigger picture, what have you seen from Bilal defensively just so far over the course of the year?
I mean, he's been good defensively. I think, he's still growing. He's still learning. You see that, sometimes he'll pick up some just, they're not like young or dumb fouls. It's just like, just knowing your personnel. Sometimes, Dame came off a left and just came up and shot right away. Bilal got under him. Like, obviously that's what Dame does. Last game, somebody got him on a pump fake. He jumped. Like, those little things, he just has to learn. But he's ahead of the curve, obviously, and he's learning every single day. So,
Tyus, just where do you feel that you guys, lacked defensively, mainly against Giannis?
I mean, Giannis is a tough cover. Obviously, everyone knows that. Just his physicality. They were able to get him in some actions that got him in good spots on the court. And we didn't do a good enough job kind of extending his catch or impacting the ball a way that it would kind of take them out of their actions. And it happens.
Wes talked about, during the fourth quarter, he's in dialogue with you about, what he's trying to do with rotations.
Mm-hmm.
Just how do you take that as a player?
I mean, obviously everyone's a competitor. Everyone wants to be out there. Tonight, kind of how it unfolded, it was just how the game went, the matchups. It got kind of late into the fourth there. There was a stretch where there wasn't a whistle for a little bit. And it was just, I mean, we talked, we're in communication, and, I told him kind of just let that group go after like a certain point. Yeah, that's all it is. Obviously, I want to be out there. I want to, help, close games. I want to help lead the team. But at the same time, I'm going to be always, everyone's biggest fan who's out there I'm supporting. It's always about the team. It's not about one individual player. And I understand Wes has a tough job to do. And just like tonight, for example, kind of how the game unfolded, that's just kind of where it went.
When you were in there, what do you think was working for you to get 18 points?
Yeah, I was able to get to my floater. Just being aggressive, trying to look to score the ball. Just working, pick and roll game tonight. Trying to get to that a little bit more, and it was opening up stuff for us, and just kind of playing through that.
Tyus, you said before that you were close. You're 18 and 3/4. Do you feel like you're there now?
Nah. I still figuring it out. Just get more comfortable. Continue to have open dialogue with Wes, all the coaching staff. Still teammates, just figuring out, where we can improve offensively, both individually, myself and as a team. But yeah, still figuring it out, still a work in progress. But definitely taking steps in the right direction for sure.
You've been in the league for a while now, and you've seen a lot of talented young players and talented veterans. Mm-hmm. What have you seen from Bilal so far, especially defensively? It feels pretty special that a young kid his age is picking up guys like Dame 94 feet from the hoop and things like that.
Yeah, he has all the tools. And he knows that. It comes easy to him. Like, he's just naturally gifted. And then when you mix in the fact that he's a worker, the fact that he's in the gym, working, trying to improve, he's asking questions. He wants to learn on both ends of the floor. That's when you get something special. And so you can see he's not scared. He's confident. And when you see that from a young guy, that's special. Just because when you're thrown in, he's one of, if not the youngest player in the league. And when you're thrown out there as a rookie and you're asked to cover some of the best players in the league, that could be eye-opening for a lot of guys. But he doesn't hesitate. He doesn't hesitate at all. He's ready for it, and that's huge.
Look, Jordan, I know that was a frustrating one because this game was tied, I think, going in the fourth. How did they turn it into their favor there in the fourth?
Just a long game they executed down the stretch. Really good team, championship level team. We did a really good job of fighting until the fourth quarter. Kept ourselves in a position to win. We just got to, learn with the process, find ways to close games against really good teams.
What was the collective effort trying to stop Giannis tonight?
Just build the wall. Obviously, we know he wants to get downhill, play physical, get to the cup, make him pick up the ball early, try to spray it, get to contest, have shooters all around. But he's seen that coverage so many times. You got to find ways to kind of contain players like that.
What happened with Beasley?
When? What part?
It seemed like you were just trying to help Chris Middleton out.
Yeah, just took a foul. He just came, he pushed me. They called a tech, and we shot free throws, and I think they got a transition take call, so just regular basketball.
Was it a good step for you to see the ball go in as much as it did tonight?
Yeah. It was just a matter of time. Continue to be aggressive, still trying to find where I'll get my shots in the offense. Still playing off my teammates. Step in the right direction. We put up a really good fight against a championship level team, so it just shows what we're capable of when we're hitting on all cylinders. So just got to find a way to keep that recipe going.
As experienced as you are, how do you remain patient with yourself and with being with a new team and adjusting to a whole new everything, teammates, offense, all of it?
Yeah, perspective. New team, young team, and I think we all know that we're trying to build a foundation, right? It doesn't happen in 1 month. It doesn't happen in 10 games. It doesn't happen in 12 games. It doesn't happen in 1 year. So learning process, just day by day, try to get better. It may sound cliche, but that's what you got to preach. Get better individually, get better as a team. But it'll work. It'll figure itself out as long as you stay diligent with the process, and everything will take care of itself.
As a young guy, but also a guy that's been around for a while, how do you balance? I'm just curious how you balance being a vet to some of the younger guys like Bilal, but then also trying to learn from some of the older guys on the team.
We just all are really open with each other. Ask questions, just have normal conversation, normal dialogue. Just trying to figure out each other as best as we possibly can. On the court, off the court, just because it makes our chemistry better. But we have a really, really good group of guys in terms of who they are as people, in terms of how hard they work and how they want to get better. So just continue to build with that each and every day. Of course, we want to win games, but it's a really good process to be around guys that you're comfortable with and are all willing to learn and be brought into the situation that we're in, and it'll come.